Okay, so we're about ready to go to UDK. First we need a mesh in there. So this is just the original Maya file that we exported the object out to ZBrush. With the object selected, I'm going to come down and I'm going to type in AX mesh. And as long as you have installed the ActorX exporter properly and enabled it in the plugins menu, you should be able to, this should pop up. So the first thing is I'm going to select auto triangulate, selected items only, and with that I'm going to export the mesh out. So the place where I will save it, I'll go to Documents and down to UDK, and I'm going to call this UGDC quarter pipe 01 and save that. Alright, now if we go to our UDK, I've got a simple level set up. It's just a hollowed out box with a light in it, as you can see. So I'm going to come up to the content browser and I'm going to import our static mesh. So go back to Documents, UDK, and there's the file that we just saved. So we open that. Now the package, let's see, what can we call this? Okay, that's a pretty bad naming convention, but that's just a placeholder so that we know where it is. The name is fine, and for now I'm just going to click OK to import that mesh in. And so there we go, we have this mesh. And you will notice that we can drag out a copy to the level. If I close that, you can see that it lines up fine. If we bring our grid size down to, I'll try 8, see if that works. 8 seems to work. If there is a problem, like if the floor or whatever object is coming up through this seam here, we can always bring the grid down, but that seems fine. Now what we need is to apply our materials to this object. So I'm going to go back to my package and import the documents. I'm going to import the quarter pipe wall norm plus A and the quarter pipe wall RGBA. So control click to select multiple and open. Now the quarter pipe wall norm plus A, one thing that seems to really help is if we come down and select the import method here. So I'm going to go with normal map alpha, and that's fine for that one. And for the RGBA, I'm going to select, I'll just select default and OK. And so now our textures are imported. I'll just bring this up just so that we can see the bottom there. And what I'll do is, with this selected, I'm just going to come down to create new material, and we will call that's a fine that's the package that we want to save to, and RGBA matte, we might just take that out and just call it quarter pipe wall, and I will put in 01 underscore matte. Alright, so we'll just open up the material editor. Now we have our texture sample here. You should know how to navigate this area. You just sort of click and drag to move around. With an object selected, you hold down Control and you can click and drag to move the object around. So the first thing I'm going to do is plug in the RGB into the diffuse, and I will also come up here and going back to the content browser, I'm going to select this static mesh and use selected static mesh in content browser. So now we can see that we have that texture applied to that object. And now I'm going to take the alpha channel and I'm going to plug this into emissive, and you can see that those eyes have gone bright white. We can fix that up later. Just going back to the content browser, I'm going to select the quarter pipe normal, come back here, and actually I'm just going to hold down the T key and tap with the mouse, and that brings in our texture sample here. And so with the texture sample, I'm going to plug this into the normal map, and we're not getting a lot of lighting changes here. That's because we don't have a specular setup. I'm going to take the red channel from our texture sample and plug that into specular. As you can see, now we sort of have this shape coming through. Just close that out and drag this. You can see that we have that sort of surface detail coming through in our object. So that's the starting point for our texture. So yeah, in the next video I'm just going to show you a couple of math nodes that you can apply to these to this object in order to come up with slightly better effects, well, hopefully more than slightly better effect than we've got here. So I hope you enjoy that.